here we are in the waiting room at the garage with hopefully the van getting fixed. It's out there up high. Sounds like the dentist out there. I don't like the dentist. Maybe Guinness will come back with it. Oh yeah, Guinness is in the van. Hopefully okay. So yet another reason why we love Shetland. Obviously we're getting the van fixed here locally, and where they sourced the parts from, official VW parts, they had heard that we also are travelling with a cat, so along with the parts from Aberdeen, they sent cat treats. How cool is that? Actually no, I think that's Sweep from Sooty Sweep and Sue, yeah. So that is apparently the van fixed. Now, as we said, we had to leave Guinness in the van while it was getting fixed, and up on the ramp and everything. I think she was fine though. You may notice that she's not in her bed. That was the other little traumatic thing that we had happen. Traumatic, bit of over exaggeration. She's an old cat. It was very hot yesterday. We think she might have had, talking to the vet, maybe a little mini stroke, TIA, I think they're called, TIA. And when that happens, they sometimes have a little bit of a bladder issue. And so she unfortunately peed a little bit in her bed, which wasn't great. And that went through a little bit onto our sleeping bag as well. We have a big double sleeping bag that we sleep in. So bedding and sleeping bag are currently down at the laundrette in Lerwick. So as I say, today has been a little bit of a day, but hopefully now that's the van fixed. Next stop, laundrette, to pick up at least her bedding, and then we're heading down to the library. Nicola's got a bit of a rush job on at the moment. I'm doing a little bit of editing and other few bits and pieces. That's been our Monday. Well, good morning guys. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Yesterday was spent mostly in the library. Nicola had a 2-hour job, which actually ended up turning into like an 8-hour job. So thankfully the library did stay open till about 8 o'clock. When we come out, it was, you know, we've seen, if you come to Shetland during the summer, be expecting some days where you're going to have quite a heavy sea mist come in, sea fret come in. And last night's the fog was just crazy. I mean, you could bear, it's definitely the worst fog I've driven in. So we actually came back down to the little place that we parked when Nicola went over to Musa Ferry. We woke up this morning, and as you can see, it's a much more beautiful day out there. However, what that does do then, it brings out the midge. And this is actually probably only the first time that we've had midge since we've been on the trip, which, given the fact we've been on here for 4 weeks, or in Scotland for 4 weeks, that's not too bad going. But yeah, the midge are out. Not too bad, but they're little bitey buggers. The wee beasties are out. So today's plan is we're going to head out of here now. I'm actually going to go and explore an area that we haven't been to yet on Shetland, which is out on the western side. It's where the furthest west you can get, I think, is where you get the ferry to Papastur. So that's where we're going to kind of bimble around there, probably stay out that area tonight. So this is our last 4 days on Shetland. But let's get some coffee, let's get some breakfast, and let's go explore. What says you?
I haven't had my tea yet, so not a lot.
See what I'm dealing with here, people?
Seals.
Yes, the seals are back.
There's one little one down here.
Probably can't see them because it's too far away, but there's like 4 or 5 seals all perched out. And apparently the term used when they do their sort of basking is called
banana-ing, but nobody actually knows why they do it. Nobody can actually tell us. So if you know, let us know.
Why do seals banana? Banana. Right, definitely time for coffee. So just when you think Shetland has delivered in terms of scenery, we've decided to come across to West Mainland, and we've only been kind of on this little peninsula about 5 minutes, and well, let me show you. And so we think this is going to be quite a nice place. Pull up and you guessed it, have a cup of tea.
So these are the treats that were sent with our parts for our van from Aberdeen. We just thought we'd see if Guinness likes them.
I think that's a positive.
Oh, absolutely. So thank you, van people. Big success. I've got.
Evening guys, so parked up tonight. Love another lovely little port. Actually, one of the fantastic things about staying at the port is you actually have Wi-Fi, which is quite useful when actually there's no cell coverage here, so you can obviously get in touch with people if need be. I can hear things bubbling. We're having fish cakes, lemon fish cakes, and a Chinese stir-fry thing. So, and I'm hoping, when we arrived down earlier, the light on the hills was lovely, but it's clouded over a bit now, so I'd like to get out with a camera tonight, but anyway, back to dinner. Quite sure why she's not saying anything.
I'm tired.
Oh yeah. You get the picture. Tired, hungry, grumpy. Sometimes all three.
I'm tired and hungry at the moment.
Ooh. We haven't reached Grumpy Van Wife bingo yet. Well, good morning guys from a very peaceful Lochside. Lochside? No, because this isn't inlet to the sea. Now of course that does mean the midges are in reasonable effect. Ooh, they really are. And they're little biting beasties. Not much light last night actually in the end. It was a little bit kind of spreading across the hills, but just beautiful. Terns doing their thing. A few oyster catchers kicking over. Sheep obviously. I'm sure some are out there or around them edges. An otter. Really peaceful night again. I think that's been the real theme so far. Literally just silence every night. 6 AM. Cat's been fed. Nicola's still sleeping. And now the midges are feeding on me. Just beautiful. Right, I think I'm going to go back and put on some coffee. Because the midges are a little bit annoying. We haven't suffered too badly actually from midge here in Shetland. There's just been a nice breeze most of the time, which has obviously kept them at bay, but this morning, as you can see from the reflections, it's a calm morning. Right, coffee time. Little by little you wear me down.
You wear me down. My actions won't be forgiven. When we first met,